Engine braking is destroying your engine. That's what your buddy at the gas station told you, right? Well, buckle up because that mechanic shop myth is about to get wrecked. And by the end of this video, you'll know more about engine braking than 90% of people who've been driving for 20 years. Let's start with what engine braking actually is, because half the internet doesn't even know. Engine braking happens when you take your foot off the gas and let the engine's own compression slow the car down instead of mashing the brake pedal. Downshift, let off the throttle, and suddenly the engine is doing the work your brake pads usually do. Truckers have used this trick forever, especially on long mountain descents, because regular brakes can overheat and fail on a steep grade. That's not a rumor, that's physics, and it's exactly why runaway truck ramps exist on mountain highways. So here's myth number one. Engine braking does not wear out your engine in some catastrophic way. Your engine was built to handle combustion pressure that's way more violent than the mild compression braking creates. If your engine couldn't handle that, it wouldn't survive normal driving either. But, and this is where it gets spicy, engine braking isn't some magic zero-cost trick either. There are real trade-offs, and nobody talks about them honestly. Let's break it down. Number one, your clutch if you're driving a manual. Downshifting to engine brake does add a bit of wear to your clutch and synchros over time, especially if you're aggressive about it or you're rev matching sloppily. It's not going to blow up your transmission tomorrow, but repeated hard downshifts year after year will shave a little life off those components faster than gentle driving would. Number two, fuel cutoff. Here's the part that'll blow your mind if you didn't know it. On modern fuel-injected cars, when you lift off the gas above a certain RPM, the ECU straight up cuts fuel delivery. Zero fuel is being burned. That means engine braking on a modern car isn't just safer than people think, it's actually free. You're slowing down and saving gas at the same time. Compare that to riding your brakes down a hill, burning up brake pad material into literal dust, you're breathing in traffic. Engine braking wins that round easily. Number three, and this is the one mechanics actually worry about, ERPM and oil condition. When you downshift too aggressively, you can spike the engine's RPM way up near the red line. That's the danger zone marked in red on your tachometer. At that high RPM, the internal parts, pistons, rings, valve train, are moving faster and under more stress. Normally your oil cushions and protects those parts. But if your oil is old and breaking down or too thin, it can't do that job properly. Same problem if your engine is still cold. Oil doesn't flow and protect well until it warms up. So the real risk isn't the red line hit alone, and it isn't old oil alone. It's the combination, revving hard on an engine that's cold or running on tired oil. So what's the actual verdict? Engine braking, done correctly, on a healthy, well-maintained car is completely safe. Manufacturers design engines and transmissions to handle it. Big rig truckers use it thousands of times a year and their engines run for 1,000,000 miles. The danger isn't engine braking itself. The danger is doing it wrong, slamming down 2 or 3 gears at once, redlining the engine to do it, or doing it on a car that's already got worn-out components held together with hope and duct tape. Here's how you do it the right way, and this is the part you actually came for. When you're descending a hill or slowing down from speed, downshift 1 gear at a time, not 2 or 3 at once. Match your RPM to the gear so you're not shocking the drivetrain. A smooth blip of the throttle on the downshift does wonders. Stay below the red line, ideally well below it, somewhere in that comfortable mid-range where the engine's happy. And if you're in an automatic, most modern cars have a manual mode or paddle shifters that let you do the exact same thing. Use them, especially on long downhill stretches where your brakes would otherwise be working overtime. And here's a bonus tip nobody mentions. Engine braking is your best friend for brake longevity. Brake pads and rotors are consumable parts. They're built to wear out and get replaced. Every time you use engine braking instead of your brake pedal, you're literally saving money, because that's less pad material turning into dust, less rotor wear, less trips to the shop. Some drivers stretch their brake pad life by tens of thousands of extra miles just by leaning on engine braking during normal deseal instead of stomping the pedal every time. So let's wrap this up with the truth, no fluff. Engine braking will not harm your engine. Full stop. What harms your engine is doing it violently. ignoring your RPM range, or neglecting basic maintenance like oil changes. Used properly, it saves your brakes, saves your fuel, and gives you way more control on a downhill grade than brakes alone ever could. The myth that it destroys engines came from people confusing reckless downshifting with engine braking. And now you know the difference. Now you know the truth. So don't let it die here. Smash that like button, hit subscribe for more myths getting busted every week, and drop a comment with the next car myth you want me to tear apart. Catch you in the next one.